Hello, hello. How you guys doing today? How we doing? Welcome to another live stream.
100% organic beats.
You know, it's funny because I always change the title of the stream, but even when I do that, I don't know, for some reason, the live stream comes with the same name. I don't know what's going on. I changed the name, but it always has the same name all the time. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, I think in YouTube is fine, but maybe Twitch. Well, whatever. At least, whatever. Welcome to Arrival Stream. Gonna be coloring. Gonna be working. You're gonna be doing work. So welcome, welcome. So yeah, I did some coloring. Been doing some coloring, not as a live stream, but in my house, just chilling, working on it, listening to some good music, and I'm thinking a few things can be changed. I usually leave this for the end, but I feel that this character might need a little bit change in terms of eye design. I'm doing great. I'm working my ass off to get some to advance my projects. I'll show you what I did the other day, yesterday. Spent most of the time yesterday painting. I was painting this one and finishing all the commissions. Well, not commissions, other like work that I have to do. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Not sure how intense I'm gonna be chatting all day today. More like working, more for you guys to hang out, keeping me company while I work the hours away. And yeah, mostly that. I'm just trying a few things. We'll see what happens at the end with this. Hello, hello, hola, hola, hola. These backgrounds I'm gonna be designing later on. These are gonna go for a trading card, and later on I will design the backgrounds. Not at this moment because I'll see what I do for that. That will be another chunk, and I'd rather like think about the backgrounds as a as the same process instead of doing each background separately for each card. These are gonna be some metallic cards. And working on. If you saw my previous live stream, you'll see that I did Felicia. This character has a lot of stuff. Usually when I do this, at this stage where I am right now with this, I am done with the base colors and like I'm about to start adding more rendering, fixing lines and making it a little bit nicer. So there's a few things that I need to do. I thought I could do that yesterday. I did plenty. I did the whole base colors, but I like to take a break, go to sleep, rest, and the next day assess the drawing again and see, do I need to do something else or just a fresh pair of eyes. Are you planning on do a video more oriented on how to use nowadays Photoshop? I've been using the same way as before. There's nothing like new, I would say. I think maybe I could do something about it, but I don't have like a bunch of tips for like Procreate or any of that. I'm mostly like, I mean, I know some shortcuts and stuff, but that's stuff that you can find in a video like really quick. Shortcuts or, yeah, like I don't think there's like a lot of like stuff, but like for me to do something on how to use the software. Plus I find it kind of boring to talk about that, how to use the software. Like, to me, kind of boring. I'd rather talk about art, composition, something more engaging than just how to. Because the softwares are pretty straightforward. So I don't have anything like new to say about this software. Nor I experiment like too much. Because when I'm at this stage right now, where I'm working and then doing my things, and the process needs to be reliable, and I'm not trying to like figure out how to work with different software or anything like that, because I have a deadline. And so if you have a process that works for you, keep using it. But yeah, well, probably I have some other things to say about the software, like different ways of coloring. I've seen a lot of people doing those tutorials of like how to color in grayscales, using grayscales, which basically is like values. Other people using layers to do certain effects and stuff like that. And there are different ways of working the illustration, right? And that could be something I could talk about instead of use software, how to use the software or anything like that. But I've been thinking about it. It's just to doing it. It's like, yeah, man. Gotta finish this shit, man. Gotta finish the work. I have other illustrations I'm planning to complete, like Rogue, Savage Rogue, and this is fun, but this is for work. Like, if I have to draw a character from rival schools, I probably just pick another one. Like, this character is fun, but not my main character when I play the game. But yeah, right now I'm just adding like little highlights, little things here and there, and cleaning a little bit some of the thick lines from the line art. You know, like Sometimes my lines a little bit thicker. So I go back again and then tune them, clean them a little bit, especially in the areas where they should be a little bit more clean, right? So a little bit of clothing, so that should be a little bit more clean, nicer. So I change the weight of the lines. And if I don't like it, or if I want to change it, sometimes I color over, like do the line again, but with a color. That makes sense to the clothing that she has, like right now. So I get rid of the lines, the original ones, make them nicer. And I like to paint over. I usually make a new layer on top of everything and start painting over. Like here, I want to add a little bit of flesh here, there, right? So instead of like doing the line art and cleaning it and all that shit, I can go straight and paint on top. And so there's a lot of questions about different softwares and things like that, Clip Studio. Like forever I've been asked all those things. I tried Clip Studio. I just didn't like too much the interface. Maybe now it's better, but I thought it just had too many icons here and there everywhere. Maybe you can customize that for sure. But yeah, I haven't put the time on that. I'll be honest. Don't forget to save. Let's see. Hey, are you planning to do, okay, something like showing your brushes and how you customize like the opacity. I don't show how to customize my brushes because you can buy my brushes and you can twitch and check the settings for the brushes, and I think that's the easiest way to figure out what I have done. That's how I learned to see how other brushes work. Just playing with scattering or like mixing, or like you just play with the brushes and see what happens. You save a copy so in case you destroy them, you can like download it again, right? Horror game called Room 40. Have you heard about the new game? No. The best way of learning how to do highlights and how to do the highlights, well, do a lot of like paintings, do a lot of studies, do studies of latex, do studies of like different objects, and try to understand the size of the highlights and the texture that it has. Not all the highlights are smooth, and maybe I highlights that have like texture. Not everything has to be shiny, you know. So you can have some highlights. And for example, my highlights here, I don't go all the way up. It's a highlight, but it's not a real like complete highlight. But you can, I like to add some, instead of leaving it like that, sometimes I like to add some texture here and there to make it a little bit like, you know, nicer. And you can add other brushes to create some kind of texture for those, and they look a little bit like, they have a different touch to it than just super bright and white. I made a video. I have a YouTube video how I say how I use them, each one of them. Have you checked that video? Because I made a YouTube video to show how those brushes work. Because I know that actually, yeah, I said that how I use each of the brushes. I think it's in my library there. Because I'm using it on Procreate and I have to improve something, but I'm still missing some adjustment, like streamline. Yeah, well, it depends. Some brushes are good in Photoshop. Some of the brushes are not the best ones in Procreate. So you have to adjust accordingly to the settings. So if you're referring to that, yeah, like how to. But also you have to check how do you like your brushes, right? Like, does it feel good? Do you see yourself rendering using that brush? And try it for a couple of times. Like I found my brush. Like this is the brush I use all the time for my work, and I didn't found it. I recreated from somebody else who had like a similar brush, but I tweak it and I recreated on Photoshop because this guy had that brush and it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like it has like a smooth side, it has sharp side, and in that way I could, um, you know, I like the brushing in general. It has like a soft brush and then a little bit of an edge on the side, so I dig that. I have the brushes in on Pro and Painter, and it was nice because it will mix the color painter. That was a nice software back then. Unfortunately, I haven't been using that any longer. And for yellow, try to use a range of yellows and red. There's like a little bit of orange here. It's like bouncing light, kind of like a summertime. So, and since the character is gonna be floating in the air, there's no like environment influencing the lighting overall. You can play a little bit with some things that naturally work well. But again, this is about doing studies. I've done studies and I have done a lot of paint over other people's work when I was doing my class. And then you start looking at certain things and then that you see some lighting effects and you try to paint it and duplicate it, and then when you want to do your stuff you bring that knowledge. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like right now I have an issue here with this, like this is like, here's a tangent. It's a big tangent there, two lines touching. It's weird. So either I move the eyebrows higher or I chop the piece of hair and I move it around. So yeah, I move it around. There are things that I see them and they start bothering me, and that's when I start changing it. The idea is to find them. Like this eyebrow, I'll see how it looks like. I'll go a little bit lower like this. So let me see her eyebrows. She has a longer eyebrows. I actually made them shorter. And instead of like now moving the line art, I'm just gonna delete that shit. I'm gonna take this too. I'm gonna paint it over. I have my art book here as a reference for the character, and while I have my own style of how I do my work, but since I'm doing an illustration based on a franchise that exists, there are things that make the character the character. So if you tend to draw eyes in a certain way, but the character that you see, uh, doesn't have that kind of style of face, I think it's good to try to incorporate some of that knowledge, some of that design philosophy into the drawing that you're doing. So when people see it, it's like, it looks like this guy's style, but it is not this guy's style, but it feels like the character, but it's a different take on the character. So when you do that, I think you can have a success. Especially the people who's gonna buy these, maybe people who are only familiar with the character and know your style. So you have to make it appealing for people who know your work and people who don't know your work. You see now, I think the bigger eyebrows, longer eyebrows, fits the character better than the shorter one. I like to draw like shorter eyebrows because they look cute. But I guess this character needs that roundness. Long eyebrows. Yeah, more like this. You see, now it feels like better. Yeah, and I see all the stuff like I like the flow of this line, how it like curves like this, but it feels it's making it weird because floating is following the face. And sometimes you want that, but this character, the style of rival schools, is very sharp. It has some sharp edges and then soft edges in the face. So when you're like doing this, you see the reference and you see like, well, this guy, this hair is more like this, like really sharp. So it doesn't have that like little curvature at the end. And that's something that I need to remind myself because I probably will draw them in a different way. So now it feels the character is coming more to like what it should be. Yeah, it feels better, the eyebrows. Let's see. Dude, I've been following your art over a decade and it's something really special. Oh, thank you. Your early line content really helped me with anatomy and colors. Yeah, the brush and use is in the brush set. I think it's the first one. Looking at the star on Brittany's shoulder. Yeah, that's something else. Like sometimes I place elements that I want them to be there and then I fix them, you know? Such a great detail with the lighting showing the direction. Those are the little things so many of us overlook. Yeah, so yeah, like sometimes I put stuff in there like I need to put a star there. It might not be looking like perfect or whatever, but I can worry about that later on. As long as some of the elements are start being put into place, that's kind of what counts for me. Because they are already there, then later you can clean them and be perfect. Like I try not to be like too tight with how clean or how perfect the shade is because it will take me forever to finish the drawings and people are waiting. So sometimes I do that. So more often than not, basically, like I draw a face looking good, could be better, and then like I need to move on and start coloring, and then after that I can come back. And actually sometimes the more I leave that stuff in there bothering me, I can see it and think more like, okay, how can I fix that? And I think about it while I do the other parts of the drawings that are more like mechanical in terms of thinking. It's like, okay, I need to put this here, 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 here. So I'm not thinking about that, but I'm looking at the face. I know something is bothering me. What is it? So like analyze your drawing while you work on it, and then you can come back later and fix it. Sometimes you don't know what is like not working. These are trading cards that I'm doing for Udon, but all of these I'm gonna make as a sticker. You'll see them as a stickers sooner than later on my shop. So you can put a little bit more of yellowish here, since the bouncing light from the yellow from the hair. Yeah, I'm working on stuff like I'm actually doing it right now. I'm doing it, guys. For example, these stars, they are all in a different layer. And that means I can tweak it, I can move it, I can change it, you know? I can do some liquify. I can pull a little bit this, fix the star. Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. I can show you the Chun-Li. I haven't show the tuners. Who's gonna do it now? Don't forget some shadows of the star. I have to do 6. Yeah, let me show you what I did so far. Who's gonna bring me the love? Is that Felicia? I did some streamings a couple of Friday, but since then I've been tweaking it. I've been fixing. I've been looking at the game, and I've been adding stuff here and there, especially the hair. Needed to fix the hair, and that's what I did. Not for Felicia. Then I did Akira. Still work in progress. I don't know why I have this menu open here because I don't use this. I'll do another pass. All of these I'm doing another pass later on. The Chun-Li. Yeah, the Felicia is almost done. But like again, I like to work in batches. And now this is the one I'm working on. I have other ones I need to work, but little by little, little by little. Yeah, so that's what it is. I see. Some stuff in here I'm missing. Okay. Bah. Oh, you don't need a tutorial, you need to practice. You need to find poses that you like and that you would like to try, and then try different poses and see what fits the character. I do a lot of different tests for different poses to see what is the right match for them. So yeah, you have to do a lot of like sketches, a lot of thumbnails, to do a lot of that. Yeah, the more sketches and things that you can try for the poses, that's how you build a sense of what works. I have done many poses that I'm like, oh man, this is like fine. This is like okay. So you have to like produce, and then you can say, oh, this kind of sucks, or this one is not the best pose. It's very generic. Maybe I need to spice it up. Maybe I need to try something different, or like, you know, it helps when you know the character. So what is the character? What kind of pose will the character do? That definitely helps. So I see some people like add poses to character, and that's not a pose that this character will normally do. Some characters are more lively, and then they put them in a pose more serious, or I don't know. Sometimes some of the poses don't match, but that's the part of trying them as well. See what works. Like I said, I did a lot of different poses to see what will stick. There's a point where I have line art, then I have layers, then I have different stuff on top of each other, and then I'm like, I don't want to be trying to select some line art on and off, and go through that process of selecting art and then fixing the painting and then moving the line art. So right now I'm looking around to see what kind of line art is annoying that can easily be deleted, and then I'm probably gonna duplicate all of this and start doing paint over. Start painting over everything. That's something I started like. I've been using it more and more, because you can make another copy of this work, and then you can clean things, and you can make it better. So that's the refinement phase, and yeah, I think I'm ready. I probably will delete some of the layers I don't need. And then copy, paste, whatever is necessary. You can take all of this stuff. You can group them, duplicate the group. And then move that stuff all the way up. I could take all of these, except the stars, because the stars I still figure it out. Trying to figure out that. So yeah, I'm gonna merge all of these. So now have a So if you merge your drawing and duplicate it, and you can see how you can increase the contrast or not. Yeah, a little bit. Hey, how you doing, young Ken? When design an original character, how do you know when you landed on the right design? I never know if I fully explore a concept or I'm worrying and settling on the wrong choice. Well, how do you know you landed into a good design? Well, designing a character is more than just drawing that thing. You have to think about theme, you think about colors, think about personality, you have to think about story, like you have to think about other designs that you like. I think it's hard to come out with a completely original design, but you can kind of base it on something else that you have seen or gather like different designs of stuff that you have seen and then use that. Also try variations of that design. That's why concept design is about it, right? You want to like this have a certain thing set, like personality, height, story of the character a little bit. You gotta know what do this character needs, what will be the main statement of your character. And when I say statement, is does she has like a big sword? Does she have something, an element that represents the character? What does the character believe into? Does it have something that makes the character like unique? Is it a fighter? You have to start describing the character instead of just like, oh, this looks cool, right? You can start making a little story in your head as you draw. Yeah, you have to make a little bit of a story and then kind of limit your colors, kind of limit your design. If it's too busy, then you have to know what is the balance between big shapes, small shapes. Love these beautiful places. Yeah, you have to know a little bit of, yeah, that's why it's called character design. So it's not only drawing the character, but you have to design in terms of like aspect ratio, big shapes, medium shapes. Is it like a triangular um, list, language? Is it a rounded language? Is it more of a square kind of design? So you have to base it into something simple, and then from there you can make it better. But you have to also like limit yourself because the sky is the limit. So you can end up adding too much. It's like making a soup, and you have to use the ingredients, but you don't. So because if you change the main ingredient, then start being a soup of like, I don't know, black beans, and then you put some other kind of beans, then stop being a black bean soup, you know. So start changing. So you have to decide what is the main three things. You speak three things. What are the main three things that describe this character in terms of like, it's all about, for example, the one I'm painting is about stars, it's about America, it's blonde, kind of like a stereotype character for sure of what Japanese scene, like what would be like American student, right? So it's very stereotypical back then, but most of the design is sharp points, sharp edges. You have the stars, of course, because that will be the the main part of it. So then you have the colors, right? Which is easy, you know, black, blue, white, red. And it's a boxer, so you think about, I'll start thinking about Rocky, right? Rocky. Rocky the movies. I'm very likely, this is like very likely comes from that Rocky movie, right? So that could be, you have to pick certain sources of inspiration for the character. You know, there's certain things that work really well just because they work well, right? Certain colors work well with other colors. But if you start adding colors randomly without thinking, does this color actually match these other colors? You know, color theory. So that's why it's so important, the colors. Which colors are you going to be your character? Are there going to be any accent colors? So there's a lot of stuff involved into a character design. But you have to, once you decide, you have to narrow down more and more and more and more until you lock in. And then from locking in the main characteristics of your character, then now you can make variations. If it's a fighter, then how many kinds of fighters there are? A lot. So that's when you're like, right? So, for example, this character is a boxer, so I wouldn't draw her like doing a certain martial art that is not related to her. Although in the game she kicks a lot. She kicks a lot, and it's more like an athletic. Yeah, that's what it is. She kicks more because it's more like an cheerleader, right? So you start thinking about cheerleader. Yeah, that's what she is. She's an American cheerleader boxer. So her globes are the, what we say is pompos. So that's what she's shaking around. So she's a cheerleader that does boxing, and is American. So that's why it works, because you know, thinking about the character, I didn't think about that too much. I was like, well, she's like a boxer dressed as an American character, but then like, well, you need another element that makes it like a magic, right? And the magic is that she's also a cheerleader. I think I haven't read the profile. Renowned by all of her beauty, Tiffany is a cheerful, flamboyant, air-headed American funky girl. She has a dynamic body she is not shy about exposing. That's what the book says. As a member of the Pacific Heights cheerleading club, man, you see, she's a cheerleader. Her risque outfit also helps to be her club uniform. Her current interests are romance, fashion, and she never misses a chance to dance at a disco on the weekends. So she dances too. So she has like a lively movement set because she lacks the snack for foreign languages. I don't know that. Tiffany is frequently scolded for speaking borderline incomprehensive Japanese. You know, you see, she's like wild. She say whatever the fuck she wants, but in a good way. As the heir to the Lord's Family International Enterprise, Tiffany never experienced so much of a hint of hardship in her youth. She is so focused on enjoying herself that she hasn't spared the slightest thought for her own future. Okay, still, Tiffany never forgets to call her parents on the phone and send presents back to America for them. Her homesickness is one of her more endearing traits. Tiffany and Roy attended the same school in America, and she has been head over heels for him since they first met. She even followed Roy when he moved to Japan, and he has become rather frustrated and has become rather frustrated with the fact that he still refuses to give her the time of the day. Now you know. You see, that was interesting. So she has there are a lot of things. Only by reading that description, then you can picture her like checking some family photos. You can you can draw her in a dancing party and she's dancing, having fun. Or you can draw her like talking and then some people not trying to understand whatever she's trying to say. You know? So that's when you like dig deeper into the character. It doesn't have to be complicated, you know? It doesn't have to be. You don't have to redesign the wheel, but also this character has to match the other cast, right? Has to match or has to be a good companion to the other characters. Because if you have another character that has the same traits or very similar, then unless it's like the opposite, you know, character that doesn't care about the family, that she knows about the future, so you can flip it and they could be try to understand each other. So you see, I'm spending a good amount of time here with these globes because it's close to her face, and some details like these will make it pop.
Hey, you know, everybody's talking about the good old days, right? Everybody, the good old days, the good old days. Well, let's talk about the good old days. Come to think of it, as bad as we think they are, these will become the good old days for our children. But why don't we try to remember that kind of September when life was slow and oh so merry. Try to remember. And if you remember, then oh, why does it seem that the past is always good? We look back and we think
You are one of my favorite. You are one of my favorite artists. I got a Widowmaker you drew a while back on my wall right now. Wow, that's an old one, but it's a good one. I mean, this one. Been a long time. I think I can draw better feet now. You know, now I think about other stuff I could have made this for this. My new style, well, I don't know my style, my new, or like, I'm more like graphic with these shapes. I think that will make them better, but not now. Oh, that Widowmaker, the hentai one. All the beautiful places. Well, thank you guys for looking at the work. We have right now between YouTube and Twitch, we have 240 people, man. Thank you guys. I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stream because I'm drawing in my house. So I'm just gonna stream a little bit. But you guys show up. You guys show up. And you guys are here. Also with the line art in this area of the hair, because you do lines like this for the hairline, but I think I like more the transition of like a brush strokes into the hair than lines. I think it looks better for the character to have a little bit of more like loose lines, more like painted. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I like teaching. I like teaching stuff. Most of these streams, I always teaching stuff, and I don't know if some of you check the stream later on, but I'm like, dude, these streams are like, they have some really good nuggets there of information. Hope somebody else finds them in the future. Same as another friend of mine that does like stream right now. Like the video has like 200 and something views, and I'm like, man, this information is good. Where I see other people like telling you about whatever AI, and it has like a 200 something thousand likes, 200,000 likes, and you're like, oh, okay, it's AI, more AI talk, but man, the good tips are hidden. Or not hidden, they are there. It just gotta find them. Oh yeah, AI is getting out of control. I don't know. I didn't want to talk about AI though, but it's just like, yeah, I know why everybody wants to talk about AI, and I get it, but I think the craft of drawing is, AI is there, but I think people, if they wanna do their art, they can do their art. Like learn your stuff. You never know. That you could like create something really cool. I have been wanting to commission you for a poster, but I was hesitant. I didn't know if you were open at all. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm kind of close with commissions. I'm not doing commissions. Yeah, I have too much work to do. Right now, I usually work with Udon doing the Street Fighter or trading cards or some covers here and there. And I like doing those. I like do commissions when I go to Japan and things like that, but I also want to. My plan was to work more on my stuff this year, and that's why I'm really working right now on this work, so I can get it done, and then do other stuff that I've been planning. You know, that's why I'm working every day. The last couple of days, I've been focused here, sitting down, drawing, doing the work, sitting down, putting the time. Been wanting to do other things, and will do, but right now it's like working time to get big things done. I want to do more of my original character, more of my other stuff that has been waiting. The good thing is I will be selling some art from these illustrations. Tina Armstrong. Tina Armstrong is from where? From which? Where do you like to go in Japan? Where do I like to go in Japan? I like to go to Ginza. I like to go to Ginza. The area is nice. A lot of people though. I don't know. Like every year I try to do something different. This year was more chilling at the city, visiting my teacher. I try to avoid the touristic places like Shibuya and all of that. Like if I can, I don't want to go. I don't want to be in crowded places. So all the touristic place I try to avoid because I've been there already many years ago. The amount of people nowadays is like too many. So I've been going to Japan a lot recently, so I used to live there. I like to meet friends, spend time with some friends that I have there, go to parties, get some good music, try to find different events to look at, to go. When I go to Japan in December, there are other artists, so I like hanging out with them, drawing, doing all the stuff related to art. Yeah, I want to go and do hiking, do other like activities, but we'll see. Ah, drawing from scratch. Yeah, I haven't done those in a while. I don't know. Looking at the drawing in the stream, I think it needs something. Needs some more line weight contrast. So I'm gonna do that. Rival Schools. Oh, well, Project Justice. It's about this game, dude. Don't know this? You don't know Rival Schools? Dude, what? 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 Sometimes some shapes can be improved, like this shape here. Sometimes you have to cut. I don't know. Maybe it was you know, you gotta try things. Maybe I cut too much. So that's the advantage of having all your lines together and paint on top of that. Yeah, I'll answer some other questions. I need to do this first. Also, just a reminder, if you have been sitting for too long today, make sure to get up on that chair. This is a public announcement. Get out of your chair and stretch for 2 seconds. Stretch those legs. What made you move away from Japan? I wanted to study illustration, art here in the United States, and I don't know. I didn't want to like be part of the system in Japan, working in a company, and any of that stuff. Also, I knew like most of the people who like my work were not in Japan back then, so I felt like I wouldn't fit in there. I don't know. I feel like I could have stayed, but I really wanted to study and improve my work. That's why I left. I feel like if you move to Japan, you're gonna lose some of yourself in there, like your personality. You have to be part of the community. You have to integrate to society. So I don't know. Also, I was still kind of young back then. Also, I like Japan, but also like certain way of being more free, more like your own person. I feel like everybody's following very like homogeneous society. So it's like I don't know. Also, being a foreigner there, you always feel like a foreigner there. The gaijin, you know. No, it doesn't matter how much time you spend there. You will never be Japanese. I don't know. When I was there, I was studying Japanese, so I was studying the language. So that's how I got my visa. I'm talking about for you little young fellas back in 2011. Many moons ago, I lived in Japan for 2 years. The more Japanese you know, the better, man. Trust me. Hey, super big fan. Wonder if you're going to Texas Showdown in March. I thought about going to Texas Showdown, but the problem is that I have WonderCon and there's a festival I want to go. The same dates, dude. Like everything is falling in the same dates for so many things. Like, and I booked WonderCon. I got the table at Texas, but I cannot be in two places. I mean, if you want to live there, you can live there. That's just my experience. I don't say it's bad. I thought about moving. Especially with all the shit that's happening. But I work so hard to be here and do the process and be part of the system. Like, I don't want to do all of that shit all over again, man. I already did my legal way of getting here. I'm paying my taxes. I'm voting. But so do that all over again, man. I don't know, man. Plus, you make better money in the United States doing conventions and all of that. And also, the yen is super weak. So either if you don't win in dollars, or in a good currency, you're gonna have a hard time in Japan, man. Even the Japanese are having a hard time to live there with all the prices going up. You know what I mean? Because I have friends, and then they, for a couple of years, they have been telling me about the situation, how they feel about it. You know, money-wise, traveling-wise, able to enjoy the country. Not many people have money to do a lot of things, even though they live in paradise there, allegedly. You know, finding a job might be hard, you know, getting into the system. You have to, like, it's a whole adventure, dude. It's all an adventure, adventure, adventure. What conventions in Japan do you... I'm maybe planning my trip to see all the artists there, including you, maybe. You can go to Tokyo Comic Con. There's also Japan Art Expo. So yeah, the boys can scare them. So yeah, chick stocks everywhere. Yeah, don't, no, there's not like a, oh, what a perfect place. There's always some trade-off. And I have my share here. I have my car, I have my house, I have all the fucking figurines, I have my books. But anyway, Japan, have you ever seen your art tattooed on someone? Yes, I have seen good and bad tattoo. I've seen both worlds, the best and the ugly. Some people are really good, some people are not that good. But as long as the person who got the tattoo is happy, I wouldn't put my own art as a tattoo. Just a reminder that probably like in an hour and a half might be going, because I gotta go to the gym. Definitely going to the gym is one of the things that is keeping me with good energies. So recommend it to you guys. If you can go, exercise, move your body, do it, please. Hell yeah. So I'm adding some other colors, some lighting, some bouncing lights according to the fabric. It's a little bit, cannot add too much. You gotta so add the right amount. I did yesterday, I did chest and I did back. So I try to do everything. I try to do everything. Obviously different focus, but I'm finding that I'm training more my legs. And before I didn't think about it too much. When you think about the gym, you're thinking about, you know, upper body, chest, and I'm doing that. But I'm spending so much time sitting down. So having a good training for your legs, balance and all of these things, the hip, it really helps to get better, stronger legs. My legs looks amazing, I'm telling you. I have great legs. Been told by many female friends and girls in my life, but they look great, but that doesn't mean they're functioning the best. And obviously my worst area is my belly, but I guess that's a general one. But just because it looks good doesn't mean that it works well. I do I do high high intensity training, HIIT. So I do an hour, I do 5 stations, I sweat, I jump, I go around, I dance, I move. Like I'm doing like a mix. Not only weights, because weights is just static. I mean, you're moving in a certain way, but I jump, I do other like cardio, like burpees, and I jumping jacks, and I'm mixing everything. But yeah, that's a very important. Like, I don't know how old are you guys, but like when I used to draw a lot. Well, I draw a lot, but I wouldn't think I was not thinking too much about like I would think exercise about losing weight and looking better, but nowadays I'm thinking more about being strong enough to do the things that I want to do and feel good, get rid of my back pain, and so obviously looking good is part of the thing, but it's not the main focus. Like it just whatever. I don't like obsessing with like, oh, I need to have like a bigger muscle or whatever. I just want to be strong to do the things I need to do and be able to draw for hours, because it has gotten really difficult. Like I could have been more productive, but sitting down some days or sometimes when I don't do workout or anything like that, and I spend too many hours sitting down, bro, I revert to like an 80 years old, some shit like that. So the older you get, the less time you have to be lazy with this part of like exercising or even walking. Do just walk a lot. Don't have to go crazy. Little by little. Do I have a bunch of weights next to my desk? I can just walk 2 steps and grab a weight. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. Gotta stretch a little bit. So yeah, just do a little bit stretching. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, my goal is to be able to do a pull-up someday. I think I'm getting closer to that. But dude, like, how hard is to do one pull-up? Can take a long time. My push-ups, I can do a good amount of push-ups. But I've been doing for like already some months on this. Yeah, go to the gym, go for a long walk. Like walking 2 hours is really good. Sometimes when I don't go to the gym, I go for like a long walk, or if I'm gonna draw at a coffee shop, instead of driving, I'm like, I'm gonna walk 1 hour there, gonna sit down, gonna do some drawings, and then walking back because I don't have a car. How long have you been hitting the gym? Yeah, I got the leg genetics. I've been going since August, September. Before that, I was doing a lot of stretch, a lot of walking, like light training, and then went back to the gym and been training little by little, taking it easy, increasing little by little the weights to avoid injuries. And it's going good. I don't worry too much about like how much I'm lifting or well, I'm gonna lift this much, because if your body is not ready, you can get injured. I've got injured before because I'm going too fast, or I think I can do that, and then it's like, oh man, my nerves, like I now have this pain here or whatever. So patience. It's like drawing. You gotta be patient. And squats, dude, I've done so many squats. I'm like a frog now. And a frog, little frog. And a stretching, man. See some people who are really buff at the gym, but they cannot stretch for shit. Like, man, gotta stretch. Dude, I love this transition here. This is the shit. Yeah, I do stream randomly. Welcome to my life. Woo! I go 4 times a week. I think mostly the average is 4 times a week. Sometimes 5 times a week. For an hour and a half. I've been doing 2 hours sometimes. I do 2 hours. But not all the time because I get really tired. And I go for the sessions. If I do it on my own, I can do it on my own, but I like to work out with a group of people so everybody's doing the same exercise. So we are pushing. We're pushing to be better. Sí, prefiero trabajar más en Photoshop. Hello, man. Man, you stream so randomly. Yeah, that's me. Welcome to my life. Yeah, I stream randomly because when I feel like I want to stream, I'm gonna stream. Because if I put a schedule and I don't have anything I want to stream, or if I'm busy or I don't feeling like it, I don't want to be like. I want to be 100% in the good spirits and willing to talk to you guys and spend the time. I want to give you the best. Oh yeah, dude. Exercise, I feel so much better after you pass the sore stage. Yeah, 5 times a week. When I don't go to the gym, I go for long walks. I have a bicycle here. I have a train at home, so I have a bunch of weights here. I have from 10 to 40. I probably should get 50 soon, but it's just more about the repetition of being stronger. Yeah, also you focus a lot. Like I think like, well, you do exercise and you get tired, but actually your brain, like focusing on the movements, doing the thing, like, yeah, you can get tired mentally. But yeah, if you guys draw a lot, spend a lot of time sitting down, please go for a nice walk with some music. Some music. You can put this music and go for a walk. That's how I come with ideas to do stuff. Go for a nice walk and start thinking about what I'm gonna do for this event, or oh, I'm drawing this, or maybe I should do this, or you know. So walking give you the space to be out of the machine. BOJNFDOMBSU and here. Oh, that's good to adjust the size. I never tried those. I just have the regular ones that they have at the gym. have a bicycle to move my legs. Yeah, just do the gym, and don't do it to just to because you want to look better. Just do it because you want to be healthy and because of your back, man. I do it mostly because of my back. I don't want to live in pain when I'm 60, when I'm 50. When I'm right now, I don't want to be in pain. So fuck that shit. So if I can fix it, that was my goal last year, and right now the amount of pain I have is nothing. But you gotta keep going because it can come back. Easy. I need to start doing yoga. Yeah, do it. You don't need to do like a whole yoga. I do like basic stretches of yoga. I went for a couple of months, no, a month and a half, and I learned a bunch of movements, and that's it. That's all you need. Basically, you need some like basic movements for certain parts of the body, and then just focus on improving those. But yeah, also there's no shame, by the way, no shame. No shame because I always have been chubby, and I'm less chubby now, but still I can see my chubbiness there, and I'm okay with that. As long as I'm not in pain, I feel good. Also, I want to see how far I can push my body to do movements, dancing, and other things. Like there are things I've been doing now that I probably was not able to like do that many repetitions or recover that fast. So little steps definitely make a big difference. Same with drawing. You're drawing something like practicing, and then when you put it into practice and then it clicks, I'm like, damn it, it fucking click. It click. You know? You see, I like painting over. It's so much easier to change stuff around the, character, like change things, man.
Wait, what if it goes like this?
Okay, Ray, do you collect much original art from some of your favorite artists? Yeah, I when I get the chance to buy something original and that I really like, I'll probably try to get it in a good price. There's some point price that I will not pay that much money for an original drawing. I've been lucky that the ones that I have, I got at a really good price that I think is fair. It's good price for the thing. It's worth it. And some of the pieces that I have, that now they're like double, triple the size. It's not a sketch actually. That's a drawing from Joe Madureira, and I got them for free. I got them as a little present from the man. Oh yeah, it's all signed and everything. Yeah, dude, that's like a childhood dream achieved. Definitely was not expecting that. So, yeah. Yeah, some things that come to your life and you don't expect them, and when they happen, it's like, dude, I can't believe this shit happens. Yeah, I was doing like an estimate, like how much that money that drawing will cost if somebody was selling it, and I probably think like a $3,000 easily. I think, or 2,000, I don't know. But obviously, I'm never gonna sell that because it's not about money. But I was just thinking like, oh damn, dude, this guy is awesome. So I need to keep sending him my books and my work. Yeah, I got that Calibretto drawing. I was looking at it yesterday. I was like, man, I cannot believe I'm holding this shit. I still cannot believe it. Like, forget about it. And it's like, bruh, come on, bruh. Brushes. There's like a tangent here. So I gotta get rid of the tangents. Yeah, dude, sometimes like life give you shit that you didn't think it will come, but might not be as fast as you want, but when you don't expect this, those things happen. Like, so be ungrateful for when those things happen. Like, dude, I love this music. It's like Tekken. Tutup, tutup, tutup. Yeah, I'm going to Combo Breaker. I'm waiting for confirmation. And I shall be again in Combo Breaker. Do you ever trade with other artists when your accounts trade? Yes, I do trades. Not all the time, but if I want something, I try to like, hey, you wanna make it fair? But I like a fair trade. Sometimes I've got like not the best first trade. And just because I do trades, that doesn't mean I'm gonna do it for everybody. I think it has to be mutual, right? Like, oh, I like this stuff. Oh, you like my stuff. Okay, let's do a trade because of this and that. And most often I like to buy the thing because I'm like, man, dude, you work for this stuff. I wanna pay for it, dude. Like, but artists are like, no. I'm like, dude, you gotta pay for that stuff. You gotta like, this guy spent how many hours doing that? And just because I'm an artist too, I'm like, no, dude, here, have your money. You earned that shit. Yeah, come Saturday. Can you guys listen to the music? Like, good volume? Is this fine? Am I too loud? I was checking my last string and man, this microphone is really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I've done Resident Evil, yeah. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We have 253 viewers. Wow. This is like YouTube and Twitch together. Yeah, when you're doing clothing, I've been trying to incorporate some more, a little like pools. I call it like pool, but more like little pools on the clothing like this. I forget about it sometimes. A little like marks of the clothing. What took me to find my art style? I was trying different things, looking at other artists too, see if I can integrate that into my painting style, because it could be something about, you know, there's a painting style, there's a drawing style. So I don't know, I think you have to find a style that works for you. Like I can, but I won't paint like realistic, right? I know the basics, I can, if I want it, I can do it. But business wise, and the amount of time I want to be sitting down doing it, I don't like to draw, I don't like to do like realistic paintings. Plus I find like kind of boring too. So based on that, I try to focus my art in a style that I like. Did it took you long to find your art style? Your old art style was more like 90s anime, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, because I'm from the anime 90s anime, early 2000 anime. So some of my old work, the faces are like really that style. And I still like bring that to my work right now because, you know, there was a change in style through time from anime. That this will be like, oh, that's like a red, that's like a 90s anime style. It's not that popular. Or then it's like 2000, oh, that was a style back then. And then now we have a different kind of style. But those styles became a way of, you can bring them back and make it your own. So like the 90s anime style, a lot of people are doing that. 80s, even I think it's more obvious when you do like retro 80s. Well, 80s I think is the sweet spot with the 90s anime style, and that was lost for a while. But then when it comes back, it's a little bit refreshing because you're taking over that style and then adding newer touches to it. So that's how you like. But you have to find something that you really like to draw. I wouldn't be drawing something too complicated that I find annoying or busy, that I'm having a hard time. I don't want to have a hard time. Or like, oh, it's too much work to be able to move to the next one, because you have to think about production time. Because if you can only make one art piece a year, you know, how much you can produce with the current style that you have. Can you meet deadlines with the style that you have? I think there's a lot of different things like mixing there. Some people just draw like 80s anime style, and it's like, well, that style is like obviously from that era, and then that's the only style they draw, which is fine. But I like to see this a little bit of a spin on those styles. So I mix different things that I like. And I look at the new anime art style that is going on, or people or that are popular, and I see things that like, oh, I like how this person integrated this, but I'm not looking to make the same art style because I like to draw the way I like to draw. But I will definitely, if I see something that can be integrated into my work, I'll definitely see that. You always have to be looking for some more than what you already can do. It could be a popular style, like something that is really well drawn. You know what I mean? So yeah, style is something that you have to go through and experiment and be able to, you know, to change through time. Like experiment. I have like my seasons where I experimented. Sometimes I have my periods where I'm studying how can I have that kind of rendering style, how can I achieve that. So it's always good to push a little bit, little by little. Just push a little bit, little by little, and then you're gonna start having a solid way of drawing and doing your things. But even if I've been drawing similar topics for a long time, I find a way to push it sometimes. Some more graphics, sometimes more cute. Like, you know, gotta make it fun, but it gotta keep moving forward. Let's see if this eye makes sense. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. But it's interesting because these character lines. Let me see if I can make it. I'm gonna try to make the eyes more like the original. Art style. Dude, if this song doesn't hype you up, dude, you're dead. This song is called Adagio. I think this is what the name. This one is called. I don't know if the pronunciation is the best one, but it's Adagio for strings. It's a classic. By El Tiesto. I'm not a techno guy, rake, or rave music for that matter. Well, dude. My hairstyle's over the place. It's like less of a style I can replicate and more of a gacha game playing things around. Yeah, dude, like, I don't know. I have different opinions on that because, you find your style, but also make sure not to make it too generic, dude. Don't make your style too generic. Like, yeah, that's something that I've seen. And then don't make it too generic. So that way you can stand out. I have seen some style that I feel like is made in a machine. Like, it's talented, but the style looks like a generic anime. It could have been drawn from, I don't know, feel like very, I don't know, I wouldn't follow like exactly the same style that I see. It feels very generic anime generic style, I don't know. The idea is to differentiate yourself a little bit from that. That could be in terms of composition, could be in terms of all the stuff, textures. Could be many other things. Doesn't have to be only the face, but yeah, sometimes the rendering is so similar to other style that even though it looks amazing, I'm like, oh man, this looks like these three artists draws the same. And I'm like, good, but I'm sure I draw like somebody else, but I don't know. As you can see, I tend to bitch. Bitching a lot, different things. I say more for you guys. It's okay to try it. Try the styles. I'm not saying that don't try it because it's generic. Try it, learn from that, see what you like, see what you don't like, but it has to resonate with you. Don't do it just because it looks good and it's popular or whatever. Just, man, this is a good lines here. This is something that I really like. Konnichiwa, hello from Saitama. Warau. Konnichiwa, Vivid Pixel さん。今日は Tiffany なんだったっけ Tiffany Lourdes from Rival School Project Justice のキャラクターを描いています。可愛く描いています。Hey, thank you, Soto Arts. Also, thank you to I saw him talk, and Rocco, how you doing, my man? Have you had it? REIQ, have you ever had to encounter certain people who seem to have way too much time on their hands? If you catch my drift, no, I cannot. I don't know. I don't know in which situation they have more time. You have to. Oh, thank you, man. Have you ever deviated from a style you like and wanted to go back? Yeah, I mean, you can go back anytime. I've done cartoony style. I think I can find it. Just to try it. And I learned things from that. I don't know if I have it here. Yeah, I think I have it. This was a long time ago. What year was this shit? Information. This is from 2013, 10 years ago. I tried some cartooning style, very graphic. You know, why not? I did some very cartoony style because that was what I was vibing at the time. What's the other? Banana? Banana? Something banana. This is another one I did. I personally like this one. One of my favorites from that style that I was trying to. Well, this is a little bit pixelated because it's the low res. This is the higher res. Now I can do some shit with this face. And this face, you know, after that you see the mistakes or you see certain things that could be easily changed, but at the moment I didn't see. I think I could like do this. It would look better. A structure, guys. Do the structure. Don't forget about the structure. Structure, guys. Don't forget about the structure of the skull of the face. A structure, guys. A structure. Also, the eyes they don't look right. I think that was the time we're having trouble like placing the eyes in the right spot. Because I was not thinking about a structure. And that's not the right expression either. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm fixing some shit there from the past. But anyway, don't save that. It's gonna leave it with the mistakes. But you try different things and then little by little start landing where you need to land. And sometimes the art that you did for a while, people really like it and dig it. But then you drop it because you're like, I don't feel like it. And that's fine too. Still, there's something in this drawing that let's see what you were saying. See what you guys were saying. Trance is sick. Yeah, dude. I'm having a great time finding different artists and music. I'm hooked. Hello, wonderful P. Thank you for chatter. Thank you, Soto Arts. Rocco, I got laid off from the game studio I was, but I just came back from a California trip. Went to the Walt Disney Studio, I guess. Okay, pretty good. めっちゃ可愛い描いているね。そうですね。頑張ってます。What is your opinion of non-safe for work art these days? Do you think it's worth trying to post online for other platforms? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think I want to be drawing non-safe for work artwork unless you really want to do that, because AI is doing that so quickly and it's doing a really good job too. So it's sad to see, but the amount of variations that you can get, and people, people are really good doing the hentai drawing alterations on AI, and they can create like multiple variations of it. So I've seen some work and like, damn, man, I don't know if I want to spend hours doing this and only create one image when the AI is doing all of these many illustrations of hentai. So I don't know if it's that good. Nowadays I don't know if it's a good area to dedicate your time to, especially with the amount. It's like dropping a drop of water into the ocean of hentai. But that's my opinion. Maybe there's an outlet for that right now. I don't know. But also the websites where that art is posted, they also have AI. So that means that you're competing not only with other artists, but you're competing with a computer, with a machine that can make that shit so quickly. And that's discouraging, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I can't believe so much time has passed. Oh well, we have only been here for 2 hours. It's not that much. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. A little bit of pinkish in the cheeks. Pinkish. I know what's weird. Is this eyebrow. It's looking kinda weird. Looking kinda weird. So let's erase here. Make it a little bit higher. Shigoto ikanakia ne. Tanoshinde ganbatte kudasai. Kyou mo ganbatte kudasai, shigoto. Shigoto ganbatte kudasai. ご覧になってくれてありがとうございます。I don't know if you guys say it right, but I actually like this drawing of a woman. I've been learning more into cartoony style with all the perfection of the eye out there. It might be the way to stand out. Yeah. Many big artists have courses, and after a while, I got like a whole second generation of artists whose style looked very similar to the teachers. So unique styles became generic. Yeah. Yeah, if you learn for certain artists, you're applying their techniques. And yeah, that happens. I've seen a lot of people like doing my style of work, but nobody can compare. And that's fine. People will find their way and find their that what they like and what not. So it's part of the process. It's interesting because the original character doesn't have that many big eyelashes. What to do? I'll give it a rest. Yeah, now I know. We need a little bit of shadow here. That's why it looks a little bit flat. Little shadow shapes are important. Well, I'm sorry you got laid out of your work. There you go. Some shadow shapes. Do you think you'll ever do more art books or reprints? Yeah, this year is the art book year. I'm compiling my Street Fighter work and I'm gonna put it in a book. And also gonna do some other work and I'm gonna put in a book. So yeah, that's something I'll be working more likely after finish this commission, this work. Then I can come back to it. But yeah, put all the Street Fighter art together in one book. Most of the prints I have done, so people can collect it. It will never happen, but my mountain to climb to reach a level of rendering good as yours. Yeah, you got it, man. You gotta render from reality, render different materials, and then make it more graphic. You got it. You got it. The second you get reprints of your older art books and throw my money. I know. I know. Well, this drawing needs something specific that I've been avoiding. And I'm gonna fix it right now. But I'm not gonna do that by hand. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Also, as an artist, you don't need to draw everything. It's okay if you use little shortcuts to not draw everything, like textures. Let me save this. I don't know if the mouth has the right shape. Yeah, like I was saying, I want to say thank you guys for watching the live stream, man. Always feels awesome when I know there's some people like watching the stuff that I do. It means a lot. Always grateful for having you here. And I'm not saying that just to say that. I mean it. I mean it. You could be doing anything else, and you're here watching my little string of painting anime. Hope you learned something along the way. Also recommend you, if you're interested in coloring, my last live stream, I did a whole live streaming of coloring from the very beginning. But yeah, what I'm missing is this specific, because she's from the Pacific School. Hopefully I have the font. ABCD F. Do I don't see the fonts. Character. Hopefully I have something similar. Yeah, I'm trying to find the font. for this. I'm not sure if I have it. I don't want to draw the letters. No, I don't want to draw the letters. Oh, oh. Let's see what you guys are saying. Artists rely on people who want to support human creativity. AI users were never an artist's main target audience. Things are changing, but nothing has changed fundamentally in a way. So I'm thinking of pivoting to less with more story focus. I feel history AI can really do. Yeah, there are certain drawings that AI does that whatever you describe, it does something, but it's like the same kind of drawing. You know, it doesn't change much the perspective of the character. The fundamental thing that has changed is discovery on platforms. It's difficult to get noticed when you are competing with machines that make 100 pictures. But that's why you have to put the human element. That's why we are here, right? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, don't forget to add a comment on my live stream later on. Have you found that character designs have been very loud lately, that they are extreme and bright to compete? Yeah, well, that's the point. That's what they try. But simplicity always wins. I'm gonna have to go online to find the font. Or I can take a picture of this and use it. Since I have the book, yeah, this is Photoshop. Kind of dangerous to open like a photo like that. Jesus Christ. Since I have the book, why not use what I already have? So this is how you cheat the system. Instead of drawing the letters, just take a picture if you can and do the thing. What PC do I have? I have a Mac. What's the name of this Mac? Is this is a Mac Mini. Mac Mini, I think M1 chip, something like that. M1, M2. Yeah, this is not the most fun part of it, the process, but this is how you can cheat the system. Because I don't want to draw the letters. Ain't nobody got time for that. Maybe I'm gonna paint over these letters. But I don't want to draw the letters. Let's see if it works. Gotta make sure that it matches. So let's see what you guys are saying. The fundamental thing that has changed, okay, it's a pleasure to watch. Have you found that character design? Yeah. I think so many of the redesigns for characters in Street Fighter 6 are master classes in character design. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the way that they redesign the character is still like keeping it core to the essence, but nothing too crazy. Because the designs are already established, but for like characters like Aki and Manon, those are like really solid. Manon, Marisa, Lily, all of those are like really good designs. Well, this is the fun part of being an artist. Just gotta cheat the system. Don't tell my mom that I did this. She will not be proud because I didn't draw each letter. Oh, don't want to disappoint. By the way, yeah, somebody asked already. Hola Ray, ¿podrías ver el top 10 bizarradas de Conadas? Dude, I don't wanna, no politics right now, dude. Maybe later. How is Photoshop these days? Is it good as Procreate? Yeah, they do what it needs to do. Thank you, Lemsil, for your following on Twitch. Do you people like Medibang? Is the only one I've learned how to use. I think that most of the softwares are really similar. I can't believe Ray uses a transform and warp tool. Yeah, dude, my mom, I'll be so disappointed. Look at all these letters, all jiggity jaggedy. Jiggity jaggedy. So I just pretend, look, I'm drawing the letters, mom. My work wants me to integrate AI into my workflow, but the thought of using AI and in any regards, as even as a search tool, make me feel like I'm betraying my art friends. Well, dude, I don't know. Also, the thing about AI, about drawing, is that I'm having fun doing this. It's a pain in the ass a little bit, but I don't mind. When I put things together, then you're like, man, that looks good. I made that shit happen. Let me see what you guys are saying. How did your family and friends react when they found out that kind of art you drew? I mean, they never found out. They always knew. it was not a secret. Has never been a secret. Although my mom tells me that I should draw more animals. And I draw animals and cute stuff. So, for sure. I mean, it's not like it's not a wide acceptable, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know, that's been my aptitude for since I started doing the artwork that I have done, even like hentai or like really hardcore stuff or whatever. I don't care because the artists, I'm not the one who did this. Even like when I show some of my work to my Japanese teacher, no, not the hardcore ones, but something sexy. Oh, it's too sexy. It's like, yeah, but this shit comes from your country. You guys created this stuff. You guys made all the hentai, all this shit. So I'm just drawing from the things you guys created. Don't blame me. But I said that, well, I'm making a living out of it. Has been going well for a long time. I'm super grateful that it's going well for a long time. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that, you know, and some people are struggling with a job, and I'm being able to do this. I'm grateful, and I'm proud of these things. Like, and plus, nobody cares, dude. At the end, and if they care, well, good for you. But you're not paying my bills. You know, you're not improving my life. I don't depend on you. If you don't like it, you don't need to look at it. Like, I'm not forcing anybody. So, yeah, it can be confrontational, but at the same time, it's just some drawings, dude. Don't sweat it too much. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, I don't know, people might think a certain way of me or like whatever, but bro, everybody has some dirty thoughts in their head. I like it. I don't think about the people who think bad things about my work. I think about the people who really like my stuff and they are happy to see it. That's the main point here. I'm not here to please the people who don't like my work. Plus, I don't please anybody. I just do things that I think people will enjoy and I will enjoy. Because otherwise, man, and like I said, I'm making a living out of it. And I'm super happy to be able to do this. And doing this right now for Capcom and Street Fighter, like, come on, bro. Like, I don't care what you think. You're not paying my bills. You're not paying any of my bills. Come like the RuPaul song. Pay bitches, not mine. Grapho bashing. How do you find? Oh, okay. Hey Ray, which actress do you have a crush on? Since childhood. I don't know if I have a childhood crush. Well, I mean, when I think if I have a crush on some actress, Margot Robbie, she's like fucking hot, and she's so beautiful. You know, I'm not gonna be trying to be perfect here on this lettering around the leg because it's a trading card and I did the legs just to do the legs, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna show. So I'm basically working on something that will not be shown. And if I do a sticker, I'll probably be adding her name or something around here. Anyway, that was my rant. Something that is 100% sure that you will have a little rant of me during every stream. Well, now that I think about it, there's so many other actresses that I like. But, Crush? I don't know.
Another jam from the miracle maker, wizard of the word, MC Undertaker.
I don't know, I don't think too much about crushes, to be honest.
MC Undertaker.
What is, well, there is Monica Bellucci. You guys remember Monica Bellucci from The Matrix? That's one. I don't know, I don't think too much about it. I'm gonna put another music. Let's see what do we have here. I think the hair needs like a little bit of a darker line. All I got is faces changing, all of these beautiful places. Yeah.
Melodic house in trance all day long. Lucid.
And it's almost time to go, but not before dropping the Neon's weekly delight.
This Weekly Delight.
This week we wanted to lean more into trance and picked a Robert Nixon amazing track called Aluminium. It was released on Pure Trance by Solar Stone, and it's a great mix between hypnotic detail and raw power. The mind-blowing lead melody utilizes spiraling notes inspired by Robert Nixon's earlier work under his RNX alias, specifically the tracks Atoms and
Let's see what you guys are saying. Is it normal to feel guilty doing digital art instead of strategic? Guilty? Don't do, dude. Why are you gonna feel guilty, man? What is this guiltiness thing? Why are you gonna feel guilty, dude? Why are you gonna feel guilty of doing art? Any art that you do is good. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No need to feel guilty. If you feel guilty because you're not doing digital art, well, right now, at this very moment, right now, dude, you can grab your pencil, grab a piece of paper, and sketch for a couple of hours. And then you'll feel less guilty. Don't feel guilty about any of that stuff, man. As long as you're drawing and putting some lines on the paper, you're doing the thing, man. You're doing the drawing. You're drawing. Nothing about feel guilty, man. It's about that I'm actually drawing. Whatever you are putting, doesn't matter what it is. It could be watercolor, it could be digital, it could be anything. You know? No need to feel guilty, man. No guilt, no guilt. Oh, now I like more the face, the area of the face. I knew that there was like something like two things, something needed some contrast. Oh, it's 5:52. Oh my God, gotta go to the gym. I'm currently working on an old laptop with integrated touchscreen and pen support. It's fine, but I would like to upgrade to a proper digital setup aside from a Wacom. Aside from a Wacom? What's the problem with a Wacom? Why don't you want to get a Wacom? You know, you can use used ones. They're cheaper. All I want is spaces. All these beautiful places. Man, I'm liking this. It's taking shape. The face, I think the values. Let's see the face values. I think that's the issue there. I think if we do something like this. This is a nice track. Let's see if the experiment works. Yeah, maybe XP Pen. I used them a long time ago and I didn't like them at all, but I think that's an outdated opinion of mine. Because I haven't checked their newer stuff.
beautiful track. If you are a trance head like me, this one definitely hits the right notes. Thank you for spending this beautiful evening with us. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow with more music. Sending you a
I'm wondering if I'm becoming a trans head.
That the rest of your day goes well. Don't go anywhere because 10 Steps is coming in pretty hot with an amazing show as always.
Am I?
See you tomorrow. Adios.
I like the face more, you know, it needed that contrast. Well, guys, I think it's my time to say goodbye. We are like 2 hours and 32 minutes. I still feel the eyes. Oh, there's something in the eyes. I will look at it later. I'm currently working on a laptop. The digital art is another skill. The price is the main reason. Just find some used ones, dude. I have mine and have them for like many years and it's still kicking ass. Gonna have a head out. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, me too. It's been a while since I checked. Price is fine. I'm fine spending over 600. I just don't want to drop over a grand. Makes sense. Hello in Korean. Hi. Amazing, Ray. Thank you so much. XP payment is okay these days. The activation 4 is not ideal, but it's getting there. I don't know what's that. Have a good one. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go to the gym, but I think this evolved a lot. I think this is a good thing we did today. I'm gonna add some lighting here. I think there's something missing, and I think it's that we need some light in this area. I don't know if the blending mode will save this. Maybe soft light. I don't know. There's something. I'll find it when I come back from the gym, but we did a lot. Let's see what we had before and what we have now. Let's see, let's put it right here. And let's see history. History. And then save a snapshot. And this is what we had at the beginning of the session, guys. This is at the beginning. And this is after 2 hours. I still think it needs like a thicker line. I'm gonna do that when I come back. I haven't used any effects with any layers, right, so far. So I can do some lighting, improve some shit. I don't know if I made the right decision with the eye. I will see. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, very soon. Work is never ending. I have other stuff here that I will show you real quick before I go. I'm gonna show you the Chun-Li and the Felicia and the Akira before I go. So we have Akira still processing there, working on that little by little. Then we have Felicia that we did a couple of days ago. And then I also did Chun-Li. I will add some lighting effects and whatnot later on. So yeah, I'm proud of this hand. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. All right, thank you guys. Make sure to follow, check all the socials, buy a sticker for me, and share. Leave a comment if possible on my YouTube live stream. I will appreciate it. And I'll see you very soon. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. I'll see you later. Bye. Dude, you lay down colors on the canvas so fast. Can't wait to reach that speed. Let's do it. We can go there. We can do it. Thank you so much. Bye.